Kia ora whanau and welcome to Maori Radio on 98.783 784 FM on the dial, where we bring you the facts and the truth. Most of the time anyway. Hey, kia ora whanau. Hey, how's it going? What are you fellas up to? Just very quick. I try and keep these even shorter now, you know. People don't want to listen to me for too long, so I'm just bringing you this very quick article by, it was on News Hub, I think it was. We're going to listen to this fella, Dr. Baker, I think his name is. Dr. Baker. Like, is it Michael Baker on that movie? What's his name? No, wrong movie. Anyway, funny, here it is. He's this fella, Dr. Baker. The new virus.
The Health Organization has just classified Omicron as a variant of concern. It's their highest classification. Why have they done that?
Marina, Simon. Well, I think with good reason. I mean, initially, this variant really caused alarm amongst virologists because it had accumulated a very large number of mutations, and some of these mutations affect the structure of the spike protein, which is so important for the...
Just before we carry on, Fanny, I'd just like to say that I try to stay as neutral as possible, as I can, but sometimes my reactions are, you know, but anyway.
Effectiveness of vaccines. And also the other factor is that it appeared to be outcompeting the Delta variant in an area of South Africa.
Right.
That really means it's tipping the balance into this category of variant of concern, and that's really based on these three things, that it's more infectious, potentially
absolutely.
Vaccines, and potentially more lethal. Now, some of those things take a while to measure, but clearly it is more infectious at the moment.
Be just after Christmas, maybe?
The aids of vaccines will take time, perhaps a couple of weeks to work out.
A couple of weeks, they'll definitely take us to just after Christmas.
Reaction around the world. Is that justified, or is it too early to, see stock markets plunge like this and flights banned?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think we don't want to catastrophize the situation because we've had a number of variants that have emerged and haven't really been that important.
Yeah.
I think this is a bit different. It does look like
of course
there's real concern here. Yes. But again, we need to wait. We need more information. It's very early days.
All right. I can give you more information.
New Zealand
tell you exactly how it's going to go.
The world in February. I mean, could this mean a change for us? Should we not be opening up?
It could mean a change. I mean, one of the huge benefits New Zealand has compared with most countries in the world is that we can manage our borders if we need to. And we've moved to a risk-based approach, which means there's a whole gradation of things we can do to prevent a variant like this even arriving in New Zealand if we need to.
Yes.
And again, it's all about risk assessment, working out how dangerous this is.
Yes.
But it's just really now China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, parts of Australia and New Zealand that are still managing our borders very tightly. People still have to go through, pre-travel testing, quarantine,
done a great job so far,
and so on. So these are really good tools to have available, and if necessary, of course, they could be extended. But this will be a big decision because, as we all know, there's a plan to reduce requirements starting in January next year.
So, I mean, we're in suppression of Delta, but is it possible we could revisit elimination for Omicron?
Of course we will.
Yeah, well, the first step is excluding it entirely. So that is part of the elimination of...
And how well has that worked so far? Hey, how well has that worked for us? Hasn't fucking worked, has it?
Approach. But yes, look, if this variant did become serious a global health threat, and particularly if it was a threat to
I can guarantee it will,
which is a big jump. I'm not thinking that's certain at all. Then yes, well, I think we'd have to rethink our current strategy in quite a big way. But we've got time. I mean, that's the great benefit New Zealand has because our government's taking a cautious approach to this pandemic.
Very cautious approach. We know how this is going to go, don't we? Hey, we do.
And that really is, I think, this is an example of why I think that caution is justified.
All right, a couple of things here. Our vaccine rollout, I mean, would it affect that, or is it just too, as you said, I think it's too early to tell whether this can evade our immune system and evade the effectiveness of the Pfizer vaccine?
Stay neutral, Rob.
Oh, yeah, look, I
Stay
think
neutral.
absolutely the vaccine rollout should go full steam ahead. That shouldn't change in any way. Because one thing to remember is it's never viruses don't suddenly change so you get no protection from the vaccine. All that might happen is the vaccine might be somewhat less effective, and it might make the booster even more important. But that's still our best defense at an individual level, and our best defense at a nation is the strategy we've got at our borders and so on.
Okay, so just quickly, another mutation. When will this all end, Michael Baker?
Yes,
Never.
I know. Well, I think it's all of us feel that collective sense of depression when we hear about how the virus is changing. But this is the nature of it, and I think we can't be surprised that this happens, but we are always surprised when it does happen.
Oh, really?
We're trying to open up. Could this mean that Kiwis can't actually come home in February and no international tourists from May?
Well, it could reduce the volumes, because if we have to turn down the tap to manage this threat more cautiously, yes, that could reduce the volume of people coming into New Zealand. But it's still far too soon to say that.
Okay,
far
Professor
too soon.
Michael Baker, thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Michael Baker.
Thank you.
The Health Organisation has...
Oi, shush. So there we go, Whānau. Hey, not very good. And for those of you, the news like this does have a effect on our market, and our market slumped quite a bit. Well, certainly the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq were down today, around 2.5%, I think. It's around 900 points, and it did affect our own market slightly, around 1.35%. So it's around 400 points, I think, something like that. And also had a major effect for those of you into cryptos. They took a big dump as well. Look at that. Bitcoin down 53,000. So news like this really affects the market, and we'll see how this goes over the next couple of weeks. But it's something to really keep an eye on, whānau, is the markets, and keep an eye on your KiwiSaver as well. Yeah? Anyway, whānau, that's it for the day. We'll just put that out very quickly. You fellows have a really good day, and be kind. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. No, don't be kind. No, well, be kind, but you know what I mean. You fellas later. Have a good one. Laters. Love yous. Now to turn it off in there.